Right now at 6 o'clock, get ready for some extreme heat.
It's a hot one today, but get ready because it's going to be even hotter tomorrow. Yep, those temperatures are headed our way. The heat today is forcing a weather impact alert. What does that mean, you ask? Well, it means you need to be prepared for these extreme temperatures.
Yeah, Sean's here in the Weather Center tracking it, so how hot are we talking?
Yeah, this will be for tomorrow, for Wednesday, possibly Thursday as well. And what's the saying? It's not the heat, it's the
humidity.
And that's
Drippy, drippy.
that's going to be the difference 24 hours from now here. So, yes, it is hot outside right now, but the worst remains to the west of us. Okay, that's where the excessive heat warnings are in play, and that's where already we are seeing heat indices over 105 in central and northwest Illinois. So yeah, a hot day for us, make no mistake, but that's the muggier air. That starts to work in here tomorrow, and that's when we'll start to have our issues with the heat index. It's 91 for a heat index in Indy at this hour, 89 in Richmond, 97 in Terre Haute as the little more humid air starts to work in. Between 2 and 6 p.m. tomorrow is when these numbers will peak out, anywhere from 100 to as high as 110 in some locations, especially more north and northwest Indiana. Heat stress index tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, moderate to high. That means you need to be thinking about frequent breaks, hydration, seek AC, and know that your practices and possibly your work, you're going to have to adjust the time outdoors in the next 2 to 3 days.
All right, Sean, thanks so much. We want to let you know there are cooling centers available for you. The Family and Social Services Administration tells us you can get to a cool place over the next few days. Just call 211. That number will give you the closest center that's open and able to help you. 211 is available 24/7. And be sure to download our WTHR weather app to track this dangerous heat. Want to remind you it's a free download and you can get it in the App Store.
I said, what happened? She said, my baby's daddy shot us.
A young mother and her 10-month-old son shot inside this home in Indianapolis, allegedly while the mother was breastfeeding. And tonight, we're told by police that her boyfriend is in jail and arrested for attempted murder.
Tonight at 6, our Rich Knight talks with neighbors who say the mom came to them for help.
The woman who lives in this house on East 21st Street says she broke up with her 21-year-old boyfriend by text message Friday evening. Court records say that prompted replies, including this one threatening to come over and kill her. He allegedly did come over. Court records say the woman has video of the man agitated and holding a gun with several children in the room. Just after midnight, the woman was allegedly breastfeeding their 10-month-old son when she says the man shot her in the shoulder and shot the baby in the abdomen. The man allegedly took off and she ran next door for help.
The young lady that lives here was hollering and screaming about she's been shot and the baby's been shot and she needs some help. So we called 911, but they put us on hold. So my wife was going to take her to the hospital, but then the police had showed up right at the time they was going to get in the car.
Did you see blood on the baby or on
I seen blood on the side of I think it was this side, and she said she was shot in her arm.
Court records say that 2 more children were here at the time of the shooting. The Department of Child Services responded and took those children into custody.
Another text message allegedly sent by the man after the shooting read, "Baby, I love you. I'm so sorry. The police want to get me, but I deserve that. I did try to kill you."
It's crazy, man. You know, it's no matter where you live at, it's just something out here, man.
The boyfriend turned himself in at Metro Police headquarters Saturday morning, and police say they recovered this gun at another location. In Indianapolis, Rich Knight, 13 News.
That man is in jail tonight on 2 preliminary charges of attempted murder. He's due back in court tomorrow morning, and at last report, both mom and baby were stable.
Tonight, we are learning more about a 5th grade student bringing a gun on a school bus in Avon.
A little over an hour ago, we learned that gun was unloaded, but the student did have ammunition in the backpack. Avon Schools is telling 13 News the student never used the gun to threaten anyone. School leaders tell us that students reported the situation to a teacher and then discovered it in the student's locker at Avon Intermediate School East. That school is for 5th and 6th graders.
The school has not released punishment for that 5th grade student just yet. Policy says the student can be suspended for 10 days and expelled for at least a school year. Right now, the Hendricks County prosecutor is looking into the case.
Tonight at 6, we now know the name of the man who was shot and killed by SWAT officers while serving a warrant at a motel in Lawrence. The Marion County coroner identified him as 40-year-old Kentrail Small.
That shooting happened on the northeast side near Pendleton Pike and Post Road on Friday morning. Tonight, our Marion County reporter Lauren Kostick shares why officers were today actively issuing a search warrant there in the first place.
On Friday, SWAT officers were serving a search warrant at the Park Terrace Motel in Lawrence and were there to locate a wanted suspect they say was armed and dangerous and known to have drugs. 40-year-old Kentrail Small was shot and killed. According to court records, Small was wanted after failing to appear in court on a misdemeanor marijuana charge last year. But that was not the warrant police came to serve.
There's some other circumstances in which this individual is on our radar. And so me saying anything right now would just be speculation, but as we move forward in that investigation, we'll know more about why in particular this individual was a target of ours.
And it's not the first time police responded to this property. Police records show more than 130 calls to this address since 2020, many for warrants, overdoses, death investigations, and disturbances. No one at the motel would comment Monday. We also tried using the phone in the front office, but was told the owner was not available.
And we also reached out to Lawrence Police and the city county consular who represents this district about the number of runs here and what is being done about it, but we have not heard back. In Lawrence, Lauren Kostick, 13 News.
Thank you, Lauren. She found that today, of the more than 130 police runs to that motel, 14 of them were for outstanding warrants.
I want you to check out a large fire around 3:30 this afternoon. This is on I-70 in Putnam County. You see the smoke and flames here. This was in the eastbound lanes just outside Cloverdale. Thankfully, the driver of the semi got out of the cab and was not injured. Traffic was driving around it, but it eventually caused a big backup there. The fire was put out. The cab, though, was destroyed. Right now, we're working to find out what this semi was hauling and what started that fire.
We have a sad update for you tonight, and this involves 2 young children from 2 shootings this month here in Indianapolis.
Today, the coroner told us both of those kids have now died from their injuries. Our Jenny Runovich joins us in studio with what we learned about these 2 cases. Jenny?
Well, guys, this really is a heartbreaking update. We can tell you that both of these shootings, they're separate shootings, but both happened on Sunday, August 18th. And we are talking about children who hadn't even made it to first grade. They were just 4 and 5 years old. The Marion County coroner identifies one victim as Jaden Ewing. He was the 5-year-old who police say accidentally shot himself after finding a gun in a bedroom. This happened on Golden Meadow Drive on the northwest side. Police say the little boy's mother and brother were at home at the time. So far, no arrests or charges. Now, that same day on North Dearborn Street on the northeast side of the city, gunfire critically injured 4-year-old Corian Butts Jr. Police called this an accidental shooting. Corian, sadly, also has now died from his injuries. Last night, his family held a balloon release to honor his young life. They say he was a smart child, was recently diagnosed with autism, and he loved dinosaurs. Losing him, his parents say, feels like a nightmare.
I'm trying to hold strong for my other 2 kids because I know I gotta be strong for them, so it's kind of hard. We're just gonna take it day by day and put it in God's hands.
Corian's parents do tell us he's an organ donor. He is now saving other lives. In fact, his honor walk was set for today at the hospital. Also, for context, we did today reach out to the Marion County Prosecutor's Office about guns, accidental shootings, and young kids. They tell me they have not tallied the numbers for this year in particular for people charged this year. However, in 2023, the prosecutor filed 12 cases involving unintentional shootings and unsecured firearms. Wow. But for these families, those numbers don't matter. This is personal, and they're experiencing an incredible loss.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever change.
Yeah.
All right, Jenny, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Tonight, Howard County is considering overhauling its jail. The Kokomo Tribune reports the county commissioners approved looking into just how much it would cost to do just that. Leaders want to look into adding more inmate beds, and they want to know how much it would cost to build a new jail altogether. It also wants to find out what renovations would need to happen to the existing jail if they would opt to expand the capacity there.